protein. So I'm eating 2,000 calories a day right now. And so a good chunk of that, not a good chunk, like 170 grams is coming from protein. I'm also getting like 200 grams of carbs. And then I think I'm around 60 grams of fat or so. So let me show you how I get in protein. So this is rare that this is stocked as much as it is, but every day, pretty much every day, I have non-fat Greek yogurt. Now, I usually have 1 1/4 servings. And the reason why is because this doesn't have a ton of calories and it does have a lot of protein. So a serving, 1 1/4 servings of this is going to be like 120 calories, but it's also going to work out to be about like 21 grams of protein, maybe 22. And then I add my protein powder to this. So I mix this with protein powder. I do the Quest salted caramel protein powder, which has 26 grams of protein. So that's a good hit of protein right there. And then I also add in, so Quest, I also do the Legion. I love the Legion cinnamon. And then I'll do one of these packs of no sugar added fruit cups. So this is pineapple, so it's like a pineapple upside down cake. So that is a super easy way. That's 45 grams of protein, boom, right there in 3 ingredients. Before I work out, I'll usually have like a bagel. I'll have a bagel with cream cheese. I'll have some kind of berries. Hey Trish. I have, and then I'll have like some dried fruit because I want to have some calories for the gym, but I don't want to be like too heavy. But I do want to make sure that I have a good amount of carbs. So that's my protein there. And then I'll do this when I get home from the gym. Like I'll do the yogurt and the protein powder when I get home. I might have a little bit of cottage cheese as well. I do the low fat or 2%. This has 13 grams of protein. I'll do usually 1 1/4 serving of this as well to get a little bit more protein in. The easiest way to increase your protein is just to have more of what you're already having, right? So that's what I tell my clients all the time. But I always meal prep. So there's cooked chicken here. I buy a ton of eggs, right? I get 2 18 packs and I'll boil like a dozen of those every single Monday. So those are ready to roll. I also do, so the chicken, I'll do 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts in my Instapot. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you can shred it with the hand mixer. And so that's what I do. I will also saute like the big pack. So I'll do either ground beef or ground turkey, but I use this big pack. And so I saute this whole thing in the Instapot on saute. It just cooks faster instead of like making a mess all over my stove top, which is what I used to do. So I have cooked meat, ground beef or ground turkey cooked, and then I have the cooked chicken. So that's always ready to roll. So I do like a lot of convenience cooking. So those are like my protein sources. These are for my husband because he takes those to work. He likes these little pillars. These babies have 18 grams of protein and 100 calories in them. So that's not too bad. I don't do these, but whatever. That's for him. I do like a ton of berries. I love grapefruit. So I will have that in the morning. There's my wine. He likes coffee mate. He likes peppermint mocha, but I do heavy cream in my coffee. Sometimes I'll add the flavoring in there, but really it's about bringing in variety. And the way to change up your variety is to change either your sauces or your cheeses for the most part, right? Speaking of cheese, right? we got mozzarella, we have cheddar, we have provolone, we have Munster. I call cheese and bacon friends with benefits because it is a fat source, but it also has just as much protein as it does fat. So that's a pretty good deal, right? It's delicious. So like I will do canned tuna. I don't love like canned tuna, but when you add bacon and cheese to it, that's a different thing, right? So that's something to get excited about. I do buy like pre-cooked veggies, right? I love these fire roasted peppers and onions. So this is going to be awesome. Like I will just put in some of that shredded chicken with some cheese and just make like a fast either a bowl, so I'll either do rice and then add all that together, or I'll do like a quesadilla or something like that, right? So it's about, you know, it's about ease, and it's about being quick, and it's just about, mostly it's about convenience. That's why I do have a lot of frozen vegetables on hand. I also have like some shrimp and some already cooked shrimp, and then I have some fish in here as well. But I love like the broccoli florets because this is already cut into the perfect bite size, right? I don't have to take out the broccoli head and then cut it and then cook it, right? This will cook in 2 minutes, so this cooks fast. And I don't have to worry about it spoiling in the fridge, because a lot of times I'll buy vegetables and then 2 weeks later I'm throwing them out because I didn't cook them, because I forget about them. But that's just an easy way to get in, you know, just a little bit of different flavor to make things a little bit faster. Let's take a look at my pantry. So for most people, like when you look like in the pantry, this is all carbs, right? And mine is no exception, let me tell you. But I do have some pretty good protein sources here. So Smart Food, right? I have the movie theater butter, but this is the one that I love, is the sweet and salty kettle corn. Yum. These are the bagels that I get. I like these English muffins, the Dave's Killer Bread. I also, who else is here? I didn't see. This, I don't know if you can find these in your store. These are the thin and trim high fiber wraps. These guys have 9 grams of protein in them. 9 grams. So I will do tuna. I use light mayo. I will add bacon and cheese and then throw it in a wrap like this. That's going to get me 52 grams of protein right there. Let's see, what else? I do have a lot of pre-cooked rice, right? I love these minute rice cups. I also like the bags. These are already cooked rices. It's not that it's hard to cook rice, but I like the serving size on this, right? So I already know one of these cups is 220 calories. It's not a lot. You can really kind of go over calories with rices. So at least this way I know, like, I'll just have like either half a serving or I'll have the whole serving. Right now I have plenty of calories to spend, so I will have the whole cup. Also, what do we got? Applesauce. So this is what I like to have in the morning before I go to the gym. Just, this is 100 calories, but it's 25 grams of carbs. And this is going to help me with my workouts without being too heavy, right? Because there's like, I think it's 5 pieces. So any kind of dried fruit, I like figs, I like the apricots. So that's like a quick source of energy. Rock your workouts, right? I don't always do pre-workout. I once in a while do pre-workout. Usually Mondays is pre-workout day. But otherwise than that, I am fueling my workouts with food, and I'm fueling it with carbs. Let's see, nuts, rices. Some of these, I like this. Oh, this is my husband's. He likes this protein. Oatmeal. I have the low sugar one. I get plenty of protein as is. He kind of struggles with the protein. So I like the lower sugar oatmeal packets. And oddly enough, I will put in a protein powder into there. There's some wheat thins and Triscuits. I don't know if you guys have tried these smoked Gouda Triscuits. They're so good. So good with, I'll do like provolone cheese. So that's like a good snack. But I do love my sweets too. So that's why I love that, the sweet and salty kettle corn. I also have chocolate. Right now, I am digging the Ghirardelli. What is it, the white peppermint chocolate bark? Yeah, those are good. So I have one of those every day, sometimes two. Like, I think they're like 70 calories per square. And so sometimes I'll find myself at the end of the night, it's like, well, what do I want, right? So I'll have like 200 calories left over. For the most part, if I got 200 calories left over, I'm having wine. So, but sometimes I'll be like, nah, I don't feel like having wine. Maybe I'll have a piece of chocolate. And wait, do I ever say I don't feel like having wine? No, I don't ever say that. But sometimes I say I'm not going to have any wine tonight. So I always feel like having wine. So anyway, what kind of questions do you guys have? Do you have anything specific that you want to know about? I think the easiest way to get in protein is to just have more of what you're already having, right? So that kind of makes sense, and then go from there, kind of expand your horizons a little bit and bring in more options. The easiest way to make things different is to change sauces and to change cheeses, or yeah, just bringing in different vegetables is a different vibe too. So like, you know, I eat a lot of chicken just because it's easy. It has a lot of protein. It's pretty lean, but you know, it's boring. So, but you can change it up by doing like pesto sauce, or you can do a tomato sauce, or you can do like, go like more of a Mexican route. And so then your vegetables change, right? So, it just makes things a little bit easier, more variety. I like pasta with, well, I love pasta and butter. I've been doing Swedish meatballs a lot with buttered noodles and a little bit of gravy. So that's been my go-to lately. Oh, and stuffed peppers. I've been doing a lot of stuffed peppers too. So those are super, super easy. Trying to gain 20 pounds that won't come off. So a lot of times, yeah, something has to change, right? So I don't know how many calories you're eating, but that's like the first thing that we look at is nutrition, and then we look at the exercise piece. So when I'm working with my clients, right, I get their nutrition into place. Usually, like for most of my clients, they're already eating very low calories and they're already doing a ton of exercise. So now we have to counter that, right? So we got to bring the metabolism back up. That's going to take anywhere from 2 to 3 months before we can actually put you into a fat loss phase. So if you're eating low calorie, and I don't know if you are, but your body gets used to those lower calories. So the only way to lose weight is to eat less. The thing is your body wants this amount of calories, right? So if you have ever used my online calorie calculator, it will calculate your maintenance. And for most women, maintenance is between 1,800 to 2,200 calories, just an average, right? Some people are going to need less, some people are going to need more. But on an average, you should be able to eat 1,800 to 2,200 calories without gaining weight. And now a lot of people are like, if I ate that much, I would be huge, right? Regardless of what you think, your body wants those maintenance calories. It needs those maintenance calories. So say your body's maintenance is 2,000 calories, but you're only giving that 1,400 calories. Well, fuck, that's 600 calories that your body isn't getting. That's 600 calories of nutrition that your body isn't getting. So this does not put you into a good state as far as health. This affects your metabolism negatively. And so disregard weight loss, right? You're not going to lose weight after your body gets used to those lower calories. But what happens is you start to get tired. You have no energy. You start to have brain fog. You can't remember things, memory loss. Libido goes in the shitter, right? Digestion issues come up. Sleep issues, that's a big one. Bloating, what else? Food intolerances. These are all side effects of not having enough calories. But the one that gets our attention is the belly fat and the weight gain. And what's happening is because your body isn't getting the calories that it needs, it's now storing. So it thinks, holy crap, we are in a famine, right? So we need to store these calories. Perfect place to store the calories is right here around the middle. And so that's what happens. The same time, when it's not getting enough calories, it's taking away from your muscle, right? So now you're decreasing the muscle mass on your body and you're increasing your fat mass. So this leads to an altered body composition and not favorable body composition, right? So that's why you have to make that shift. And I know that that's scary to think about, right? But it's just a necessary process. And for most people, they don't gain weight eating all those calories, right? So there's 3 things that happen when you are eating maintenance calories. And this is called a reverse diet. And this is what I have all of my clients do because they are coming to me eating low calorie and not losing weight. And that is why, all those things that I just talked about. And, never mind, you kind of feel like shit, but all we're focused on is losing weight, and I think focusing on your health for a couple months is going to make such a difference in your life and such a difference in your attitude, right? Your mood's going to improve. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be sleeping better. You're going to have digestion issues go away. Your libido comes back, right? So you gain a couple pounds. Who cares? Because we can take care of that in a fat loss phase. You are stuck right now because your body is used to those lower calories. When we bring calories up to to your maintenance calories, your body is going to get used to those calories. Then once you do that, you stay there 2 to 3 months, then we can go into a moderate calorie deficit. So you'll never see low calories again. If your maintenance is 2,000, we would drop it to 1,700, and then you start losing weight, right? And so that comes off a lot quicker, a lot easier. You're enjoying your food, you're enjoying your life, and not suffering those side effects of not having enough calories in your body. So that's the reverse diet protocol. So 3 things happen when we bring on more calories. Right away, you're going to gain 2 to 3 pounds, right? Within 3 days. That isn't fat gain. To gain 2 pounds of fat, you would have to eat 7,000 calories over your maintenance, right? You eating 500 calories more a day is not that many calories, all right? But what happens is you have more food in your body. You're bringing on more carbs. Carbs are like sponges, right? So you have that in your body, and now it's absorbing water, and it's bringing water into your muscles. So your body is going to fill up, and then by like day 7, day 10, that should come off. So 3 things happen again. 1, the weight stays. 2, the weight comes off, and then you're just maintaining. So I have to ask you, would you rather maintain at like 1,200 calories, or would you rather maintain at 2,000 calories? This isn't a trick question. If you aren't losing weight at all, would you rather be eating more calories and not losing weight, or do you want to keep suffering with lower calories and not losing weight? All right, so answer that question. And so a weird thing, and I don't ever know how somebody is going to react. But for some women who have been chronically dieting, who have been eating very low calorie for a very long time, sometimes they lose weight on a reverse diet, right? We give them more calories. The body says, oh my God, she is feeding us on a regular. You have to wait, it's like 7 to 10 days. And then the body starts to release the fat. It says, we don't need this anymore. That's why you're storing fat, is because your body is preparing itself. That's your metabolism's job, is to keep you alive, right? So now when it gets the calories that it needs, then it starts getting rid of that fat, because it's like, we don't need this anymore. Our energy is here, so this is great. So that's the process. I wish I knew who was going to react, but it seems to be that the women who have been chronically dieting for the longest, they have that effect as long as they can bring on those calories, right? A lot of them are just like, I can't do this, right? They go in 3 days, they gain 2 pounds, and then they're like, yeah, that's not what I signed up for. And I'm like, Jesus, have some fucking patience, would you? It's like, trust in the process, right? But they are like, nope, and they're stuck, right? And you're going to stay stuck if you constantly are in that lower calories. So like, if somebody's really having those body image issues, those food issues, that attachment to the scale, there's something you need to work on, that mindset first before you're going to be successful, right? If you're so like tied onto what that scale says, then you're not going to be doing the things that you need to do for your health, because you're more concerned about what a piece of machinery says about your weight. And there's all kinds of reasons why your weight is going to spike, right? The reason why your weight goes up when you have more calories in this reverse diet process right away is because you have more food in your body. You have more in your digestion system. And again, you're bringing on that water. That gets flushed out. So you have to be patient with the process. Now, like the clients that stick with it, they're like, I cannot believe that I am eating this many calories and losing weight, right? But it doesn't, you have to get through that sticking point, right? That 2 weeks, that initial point, 7 to 10 days, you got to stay with it, and then your body will release those extra calories, the extra weight that it had increased, and then sometimes you lose weight. So I can never tell. But any other questions? I wonder if this video is going to save. I hope it does. I think it will live in here, it will live in this group, but I don't know if I can share it. So, but I talked about this on my Mastering Menopause podcast. I've talked about it on YouTube. So if you want more information, just look up like reverse diet protocol. You can go to my podcast at Mastering Menopause, check out my YouTube videos. But if you just put in reverse diet or reverse diet protocol, like there's a ton of other sources besides myself that will talk you through this process. So I think maybe exposing yourself to that education on what the metabolism does and why your body is reacting the way that it does, right? So menopause is a challenge. It's a 5 to 15 period in your life, right? It's a cycle, and if you're not prepared for it, your body is changing, and so you have to adapt to those changes. You can't just keep doing the same stuff that you always did. You can't just cardio harder. You can't just eat less. You have to adapt to what's going on with the changes in your body. And that's what happens in menopause. Like all of a sudden, like what I just gained all this weight, that's because you haven't adapted to the changes in your body, and you're still doing the same stuff. So, that's what I help women with. That's my mission, is to kind of change the rhetoric around menopause. It doesn't have to suck, right? Make sure you're getting in proper nutrition. Make sure you're drinking some water. Make sure you're getting your steps in, get your sleep in, decrease stress. Like all these things are going to help. And usually it's like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so stressed, and I'm taking care of my parents and I'm taking care of kids, and there's all this stress on, people. It's not menopause that's causing the weight gain. It's your lifestyle and your habits. So, but that's a tough pill to swallow, that weight, it's me. I'm the reason I can't lose weight, right? Just think like about your health and not be so focused on aesthetics. If you take care of your health, then aesthetics will follow. But if you're always chasing aesthetics, then you can put your health in jeopardy. So, all right, I have a client call, so I am going to bounce. Thank you very much for joining me, and